Remember when I said that I was struggling to figure out what I want to do with all these blank spaces that you see in my videos? Hmm. Yeah, I know. Like, just this by itself doesn't look very appealing. But you may have noticed that some of these do look oddly specifically placed. Like, I just got this big, big blank space down here at the bottom. I know that's going to be a bit boring. Well, how about I just fill this out? Just add this on. And now you're thinking, okay, so you just see Advance Wars Part 5 Tank Ops. An overlay designed by Rin? You're probably thinking, what overlay? And who is Rin? Hey, would you look at that? We finally got ourselves an overlay. Oh man, it looks so nice. I was so thrilled the first time I saw this. I mean, here you can see, oh my gosh, one of my favorite characters here. Might not be familiar with her, but I promise you, you'll see her later in the game. We have an Advance Wars map around in the background, and I just freaking love it. It's like I no longer have to worry about trying to fill up my whole screen just so my videos won't look weird. This overlay was made by a friend of mine, Rin. Let me just see if I can switch it here. Rin here, she has her own YouTube channel. This is just a shout out for her. I cannot thank her enough for how awesome that overlay was. Yeah, I had something else planned, but she was more creative and she came up with her own design that had more Advanced Wars details into it, and it really fits my theme very, very well. I might keep this overlay for Minish Cap as well. I understand it wouldn't make sense to add like a Minish Cap overlay, but I am Advanced Warrior. Advanced Wars is my game, so I see no problem running other games with it. So yeah, feel free to give subscribe to Rin. Her videos are really fun to watch. She's been streaming a bit more, so you can catch her on stream. And without further ado, let's get back to the actual gameplay. Oh, Advance Wars Part 5 Tank Ops. As we read from last video, an entire company doing recon in the Coral Lagoon area has has been lost. The Coral Fortress is surrounded by mountains, so it's hard to imagine that there are many enemy units there. Still, an entire company is gone, so the point is we can't afford to lose that territory. Time to get going. Mission 6, Tank Ops. And feast your eyes on the medium tank. Explains what happened to the recon units that vanished. Even with your units, I don't know if we can win. You don't win battles with just a show of force though. You know that by now, right? I'm going to leave this one up to you. Yes! Do you want any strategic hints? Let's see what you got now. For the time being, you can ignore the medium tanks. Just be sure you don't move into their attack range. Do you remember how to check a unit's attack range? Now for your strategy. First, take out the enemy units between the rivers. Try to make the most of your tank, mech units, and artillery. Now send some infantry to secure the neutral cities below. The river will protect you from all but enemy infantry. After you capture those cities, good luck. So, medium tank. Pretty scary. If we're gonna do a comparison, tanks, high movement, ranges, and are inexpensive so they're easy to deploy. Oop, These guys are massive. Oh, I mean, just look at the size comparison between this one and this one. A regular tank isn't going to stand up to a medium tank, but as Nell said, we're going to deal with this tank later. As of right now, let's get these tanks going. So I'm just going to do the similar 1-2 punch. Gonna put this here. No, gonna put this here. Put this here. And put this here. It's a similar strategy to what Nell taught us earlier in unit repair, but this time it's on a city, so it has 3 defense and it will heal. As for the APCs, not for the APC, as for the units, of course I'm going to move them down here because we have a lot more firepower. Gonna drop you here. And let's see how this turn goes. Hahaha, I see you failed to notice my new weapons, Nell. You'll soon tremble before the power of the mightiest ground forces ever. Now we're gonna let him capture that city, but what we are gonna do is deal with this. See, it may be at 6, but next turn we're gonna be on even grounds with an 8-8. And that artillery moves, I just remembered. It's only our APC in range, so I'm not worried that much. Although I am worried about moving this thing in. Yeah, if I wanna go bring this out here, it's gonna take some fire from that. So first things first, I like to capture these. Bottom units first, because these are closer to the top. Now we're gonna indirectly fire on these things. Didn't that just say 70%? Yet it just blew the whole thing up at 80? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So, artillery, that's annoying. What I do want to do, I want to send this here. And I'm going to go for it. Honestly don't care, the artillery is going to be too weak to deal any damage to these units that I'm going to bring over. I'm going to drop it here. Move them up a bit. And we're going to move up these guys as well. And end our turn. We're going to let that city go. And maybe that one too. But yeah, this artillery is willing to stay and try to... I may have lost the APC. I lost the APC. That's a problem. That ruins my strategy. Well then. I underestimated the power of the artillery. I never said I was good at this game though. But we move on. So this artillery can move over here. Oh, by the way, artillery against artillery, whoever's attacking, the other cannot counterattack. So the only thing I can do is deal damage to this thing. And we have 2 defense from before us, so we'll be having a 9. As for the mech is the bigger threat, so the tank is the bigger threat, so I'll take out the tank. Wow, even I don't know the names of these units. And we're just going to move the team forward and see how the enemy responds. Sacrifice a few cities, wouldn't hurt anyone. For unit artillery, not too shabby, not too shabby. It's weird, sometimes the AI refuses to attack. It may be because the river has 0 defense and the woods have 2 defense. So this artillery can easily be taken out with just an 8 health mech. Fairly easy. This artillery can go ahead and chip down these infantry units. And this should be enough to kill. Well then. Now we are going to weaken this unit. And this might be a bit risky, but we have more defense, so I guess it evens out just a bit. Wow, left him at 4. I want to capture the city. And then we're going to capture more because my original strategy was to have the APC up here, place the infantry down and try to capture it, but we no longer have an APC. We're actually going to need to use some actual force to take this out. I actually screwed up the plan from previously. We're gonna capture this. Take this out. Ooh, this is really gonna suck. Or maybe I might need to capture and lose a lot of units. I really made this harder on myself, I really did. Got a lot of units to repair. Let's go ahead and capture these in 3 turns. Use the artillery to protect the units. Oh wow, smart. Actually decide to move away. I like to do this. Not this. I'm going to go ahead and let it damage my units here. And I'm going to finish it off with the infantry. Next turn, these cities should be captured. In the meantime, I am going to go ahead and plan ahead to build, I don't want to say a wall, a blockade. Yeah, a blockade, there we go. So what we're going to have to do is that we are going to send 2 infantry units around the bottom, and then we're going to just book it. Gotta be careful not to put it here. That would have been bad. I was hoping this would have been much faster. Gonna be some fodder. this one off. I know I'm not capturing these cities, but just bear with me here. You guys will see what I'm gonna do. It's gonna suck, but you'll know. Sometimes in war you have to make sacrifices. I know that sounds a bit dark for a kid's game, but it's how it is sometimes. Alright. I wanna see what happens if we capture this city. Because she said she has some strategies for us. Oh. Okay. So she says it now. Now I'll give you some advice for the future. It's not impossible to stop it with artillery, but it is tough. It is pretty tough. Try to stop it from crossing the river and capture the headquarters. Well, like I said, concentrate on the HQ. Capture the HQ or defeat all enemy troops to win. Good luck. I could try to take it out, but like I said, it's gonna be a more tedious process, so I think we'll end it like this. And on turn 10, now we take action. We capture this. Look at this, 13 damage. I'm not gonna be able to do much. So we're just gonna enemy phase it, and we might as well just put in artillery, just for laughs. And I guess we'll just naturally throw everything towards the headquarters in case anything goes wrong. Now, we're about to see the actual size comparison between the two. And the defenses from the planes don't even matter. Oh, they body us so hard. But, as for now, we've won the map. Although, artillery does do a good amount of damage to them. They really do. Like, it wasn't impossible to beat this. It wasn't. Mechs do okay. But as for right now, we will finish this chapter in 11 turns. Honestly, I thought you were done for this time. Thanks for the inspiration, Nell. But now that Olaf has medium tanks, our current tactics won't suffice. I have to ask Central Command to send us some too. Are we that underfunded? Keep up the good work! What?! Even my medium tanks were defeated. 2 of them. Only 2 of them. That Nell! Doesn't look like she has any medium tanks ready to use. Ha ha ha. I'm sure I'll enjoy our next encounter. I'm not very good with this voice acting stuff. As you can see, we did suffer from speed, but we still got the A rank, which is good enough for me. We're gonna save our current data. And our next mission will be Copter Tactics. Map preview. It appears that we have a problem. What is this problem? We will find out next time. I'm just gonna go ahead and save my file here. Save my game. And that is the end of Part 5, Tank Ops. I honestly love this overlay. I really do. I wasn't paying attention if Sammy's headband was in the way. Oh, spoiler. But yeah, one of my favorite characters. We'll see her later in the campaign. But yeah, I was kind of concerned if the headband was going to hit my face or something, but looking in, leaning forward and back, it's barely touching my chin. Behind the where it says feel free to follow my socials, it normally says chat. Like I said, I do stream on Twitch, and I will be really thankful for you guys to follow me there. Underneath is another blank space of a layout, which I will plan to use for other things. which you guys will see. Anyways, oop, wrong screen. This has been part 5 of Advanced Wars. I am Advanced Warrior, and you have my warm regards. Have a good night.